In the squat, 430 kilograms. It's almost 950 pounds. He gets down into the hole deep and he pushes the weight up. This is perhaps one of his worst lifts. Wait till you see his deadlift. Coach Greg, in today's video, it's long overdue. It's on Colton Engelbrecht. This guy is currently the strongest man in the world. Now, you may be thinking that I'm stepping over Mitchell Hooper, who actually won the World's Strongest Man, but Mitchell Hooper, he in fact called this. Well over a year ago, he made a video and it's called, I Found the Real World's Strongest Man, and he put real in caps, and so he really means it. And since that time, he's gotten way stronger. And you're asking, how strong is he really? He's stronger than Thor. Man against man in the deadlift, he outlifts even Thor. And what makes it all that much more impressive is he's only about 270 pounds. Thor is 440 and Mitchell Hooper about 330. This man is significantly smaller. He's shorter. He's not short. He's about 6 feet, 6'1", and he's relatively lean. I mean, for a power lifter, bro isn't fat. And so this guy, he has the best genetics in the world for strength, and I don't think anyone is even close. Now, in his last competition, he set the all-time world record in powerlifting. In the squat, 430 kilograms. It's almost 950 pounds. He's not doing this in a special squat suit. He's just got knee straps on, and that's it. Look at this squat. The bar's bending. He gets down into the hole deep, and he pushes the weight up. It's not a maybe. It's not a close call. He's not in one of those federations where they allow you to go 3/4 of the way down. He broke parallel and got up with 950 pounds, and this is perhaps one of his worst lifts. Wait till you see his deadlift. In the bench press, and you're thinking maybe he's just strong with his lower body. 600 plus pounds, guys. 275 kilograms. Lowers it, pause, presses it up with ease. He had more. In the deadlift, he opens up. This is his first of 3 tries. 450 kilograms. It's 992 pounds. That is what he starts with. This guy's is easy for him. This is his best lift. There it is. What a performance, a world record. But no, he's not done yet. Now that the competition's over, I may as well, after already squatting, benching, and deadlifting, after being tired, I may as well just put on the world record in the deadlift with straps and do that. And see, before we watch this deadlift, let us see what Thor has to say. Your sumo lift was impressive. Since you mentioned that you competed in a full powerlifting meet, I think it's only fair to mention that I trained for a full strongman show in my preparation for 510. On the same day when I deadlifted 510, I also won a strongman show and competed in 5 more events. Also, just to clarify, I was still 36 years old when I deadlifted 510 with a winky face. But Colton's 25. I don't think that you somehow are weaker at 36 than at 25. I don't think that somehow you lose your strength as you get older to 36. I think I was in my peak at 36 into my early 40s. And so I think Colton's only going to get stronger. I'm excited for your strongman journey and wish you the best of luck. Just remember, sumo is not allowed in strongman. There's always this thing about sumo versus conventional, that sumo is cheating. In powerlifting, you can do sumo or you can do conventional. And so if Thor could deadlift more sumo than he could conventional, he could enter a powerlifting competition and try to break Colton's record, but he cannot. Remember, he tried and he tore his pec. And so Colton's simply stronger than Thor. Let's watch his world record-setting deadlift, and no, it's not conventional, but it is, in fact, more weight, of which he did following the powerlifting competition. 520 kilograms, 1,146 pounds. You see how much lifting straps helps when you can hold on to the weight? He had just pulled in the 990s, and here he is with straps 1,146. And he states 122 kilograms body weight, somewhere around 270 pounds. Fairly lean. I almost feel like he could have done a double. Colton officially has lifted more than Thor in the deadlift. Now, Thor has pulled the weight further. He does it conventional and the bar has to move a lot further. There are 2 different lifts, but you're allowed to pick the lift that you want. Now, Colton has confirmed that after next year, he plans to throw his hat in the ring into becoming the world's strongest man. He's already done it all in powerlifting, and so why not, in fact, move on? And so, as impressive as Larry Wheels was, remember how strong Larry Wheels was? And still is, in fact? Well, he gave a shot at strongman, but he did not or was not capable of transitioning over. Colton, I do believe he's a different animal, a different beast. He is so strong and so young that if he gets into strongman competition, he is going to be one to beat. But now, of course, it's going to take some time. He doesn't have the skills in some of the other lifting events. And in strongman, it's a lot of shoulder strength. And so if he should ever have a shot at beating Mitchell Hooper, which I believe is the world's strongest man in strongman competitions, he has the quickness, the agility, the skill, the cardio, as well as the strength. He has everything. If he's to beat Mitchell Hooper, he's going to have to get stronger in his shoulders. Mitchell Hooper can press so much weight over his head that Colton still has to work on that, but he does in fact have a chance. What's shocking to me is right now he has 189,000 followers. When Mitchell Hooper made the video on him, he only had about 30,000 followers. At that time, he was 23 years of age, had competed in 15 strongman competitions and won all 15 in South Africa. Since that time, he's shocked the world. He continues to get better. Powerlifting, it isn't challenging enough. He's going to move on into strongman. And just imagine once he adds more weight to his frame, being 122 kilograms, he was only about 110 kilograms previously. I do believe he can continue to get bigger, stronger, perhaps go up to 300 pounds and challenge anyone in the world, as he currently, in my opinion, is the actual strongest man in the world. Doesn't mean he's the best at strongman, but if you're just looking at the strongest man in the world, of which Mitchell Hooper says, if you want to know who's the strongest man in the world, you look at powerlifting, the squat, bench, and the deadlift. That is who's the strongest man. Strongman, it combines lifting events with skill, agility, being able to move objects from one place to the next, and so it encompasses a well-rounded athlete. Watch me deadlift 1,102 pounds twice. And you can see the first rep, I mean, that honestly looks easy. Full stop. Second rep, not even an all-out lift. I think if he wanted to, he could get 1,100 pounds for 3. We're talking about a weight that only one man in the world has ever lifted, and he's doing it for multiple reps. How can you lift that much weight and not have everyone know who his name is? Perhaps that is why he's transitioning from powerlifting into strongman. I personally believe that strongman is way more popular, way more cool than powerlifting. And so if you're the strongest powerlifter in the world and you have what it takes, you're most certainly going to try to transition over to strongman. There's more money, more acclimates, more glory, more of everything. I know Mitchell Hooper was formerly a powerlifter before moving over to strongman, and so perhaps Colton will follow into his footsteps.
Looks like you are number one powerlifting in the world right now. How do you like this statement?
Yeah, I'd say that it's accurate.
Yeah, kind of. Obviously, bro has the all-time record, and he's done so at a lighter body weight than anyone. And so not only is he the strongest ever, he's also pound for pound much stronger than those who were before him.
My plan is to have the sleeve total as well, the biggest sleeve total. I want to total, so I've totaled 1,200 in wraps. I want to do 1,200 in sleeves as well. Next year, February, that's the plan.
He wants to get the record in straps, then to get the record in sleeves, which is essentially a raw record, and then transition into strongman. I mean, once you've done it all, once you've lifted the weights and you've done the thing for multiple years, it's not as fun as it once was, and so you go for different challenges.
Now a record with sleeves, how much, do you remember?
It's held by Jesus Oliveres.
Ah, okay. Yeah. It is 11:52 as far as I remember.
Yeah.
And you need to total how much? Just 1 kilogram more? Or as usual, 100 kilogram more?
Yeah, probably 100 kilogram more.
The world record, it's, I don't know, 1,150 kilograms, give or take. Do you plan on breaking it by like 1 kilogram, like maybe 10? No, 100. We're talking about 10% improvements over the best person of all time. That would be like running the 100-meter dash. What's the all-time best? Oh, Usain Bolt, he ran it in 9.58 or something. Yeah, I want to break 9 seconds. That's the kind of improvement we're talking about. We're talking about such a big improvement that you would not expect this for decades, if ever.
What about the world record in single ply equip?
I don't like equip powerlifting. Yeah.
But you can lift more with reps only, I think.
Yeah,
Because the world record, as far as I remember, it is 1275.
I don't like equip powerlifting, so I'm not gonna do it anytime soon, yeah.
And so they asked him, well, what about like the all-time record, you know, with like all the suits and the bench press devices and all that? He's like, I don't like that stuff. It's not real powerlifting. It's like, how much is the shirt? How much is the squat suit? How much is that allowing you to lift? I'm not into it. I want to lift it. I can respect that. In his first competition, he was perhaps 18 years of age. He started lifting at 17. He'd already totaled 675 kilograms. I believe my best total ever was only perhaps 100 kilograms or so more than that. At only 18, he was already an elite powerlifter with 1 year of training.
So I started off with CrossFit. Do you know CrossFit?
Yeah, sure.
Prior to this, bro started off in CrossFit of all things. And so he was doing the clean and jerk, the snatches and all the lifting and so on. And at 16, he was lifting more than all the men and thought, you know, I really like lifting heavy weights. And so he transitioned from CrossFit, eventually did the powerlifting, perhaps a year or two later. And in perhaps a year's time from now, we will see him on the strongman stage.
Yeah, when I was 17, my clean and jerk was 160 and my snatch was 120.
At what body weight?
Like just under 90.
At 17, clean and jerk 350 pounds over his head. I'm not talking about the bench press, over bro's head. When you're as strong as Colton, I just can imagine how much could he be lifting on Turk? I mean, we have to assume that he's not natural, but if he were to go 100% natural and use Turk Builder Max, or dare I say Turk Platinum, how much would bro be lifting? Maybe one day he'll get bored with strongman and all of the things, and he can go to lifting natural, use the Turk, live longer than last time, and continue to compete. And when he then retires, let's see him get on a Zwift bike race with Coach Greg. Imagine bro's sprint. He can deadlift 1,100 pounds for reps. He could squat over 1,000. He could probably put down 3,000 watts and win sprints left and right. And so we're looking forward to the day when Colton retires from strongman, perhaps 20 years from now, when he's won everything and he's had enough. He's natural, using the most popular supplement in the world. I'm predicting this for the future, so you can look back at this. And so in 20 years from now, he'll be racing grooving Grandpa Greg at age 70 on a Zwift bike. Interested in the supplements? Of course, use code Greg for 15% off. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algorithm. And if you want to make sure that you're healthier than last time, or perhaps when you're cycling off your steroids and all these different things that some of you are doing, some are using SARMs, you're being bad, being naughty, go to Algorex, get the blood work done. The doctors can prescribe you, for example, enclomiphene, HRT testosterone, Cialis, telmisartan, peptides, the list goes on and on. Remember, all of it is certified, above board, pharmaceutical, prescribed medications, nothing illegal, nothing sketchy, nothing gray area black market. It's so above board, they don't even sell Retta. They sell other GLPs, but it has to be approved for human consumption. And so if you're interested in a legit company, Algorex, code Greg, click the link in description, subscribe, click the bell button, comment to boost the algo. For Algo RX, watch one of those two bloops. For coaching plans by me and my team, to get sponsored or to have the supplements in your stores and our gyms, click all of those links. And until next time, I am out.